What is good, guys? It's Monster Chappie. We're here today for some more MUT action, and we got a doubleheader for you. Today's games are against RavenChamps 2012. He has a Twitch channel. He be streaming on the regular. If you want to check him out, you can go ahead and do that. His first game is for 10K. The second game is for 20. And again, I'm rocking those Raider uniforms. Gotten the mostly Raider team. I got definitely some non-Raider players. As MUT updates with more of my Raider legends, though, the team will continue to get closer and closer to an all-time Raider team. With that being said, sorry for the delay on videos, guys, but I was just out of town. School's been crazy, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So between those two things, just haven't had the time to edit, commentate, and upload videos lately, so I do apologize for that. But I have been streaming, so definitely, you know, if you're not following me on Twitch, definitely do that, man. Twitch.tv/officialmonsterchappie. Sunday night, Sunday, pretty much all day, we streamed on the Madden Mastermind channel on Twitch, so be sure to follow both of those. I'll be streaming on that channel occasionally now as well. But let's get into what I wanted to talk about in this video, and that is the recent patch. I don't think I've really just touched on the patch lately, and I really overall do think the patch did a great job at fixing the game and was a huge positive in making the game look a lot more sim, play a lot better, just made it a little bit more fun, at least in my opinion, and overall the game is a lot better now than it was pre-patch. There's still definitely some things that need to be worked on, so we're going to go ahead and talk about all that now. So first off, what needs to be worked on, what needs to be fixed, what was wrong with the patch, etc., etc. You know, there was really nothing wrong with the patch. It nerfed a lot of blitzes and things like that, so the blitzes don't get in as effectively as they used to. Certain blitzes where you used to send 4, now you have to send 5. A lot of the 3- and 4-man A and B gap blitzes got fixed up a little bit, and the linemen are a little bit psychic now, which could be seen as a negative or a positive depending on how you want to look at it. But the big negative out of all of that is that the dropped picks and the quarterback breaking tackle after tackle, sack after sack is just magnified. It's just exemplified. It's just become that much bigger of a problem. So now when you're on defense, it's just like, dang, you know, you finally bait a guy into making a really bad pass, and you drop the pick 2 or 3 times out of 4 or something like that. So, you know, it's just really frustrating as a defensive player, and just trying to scheme defensively when that happens, or when you do finally get a good blitz through and they just break the sack and then throw a dot down the field for either a really big first down or even a touchdown, just depending on what's going on. So that's the big issue with the patch. Overall, though, I think it did a great job. So let's talk about what I do think it did fix and a lot of good things that came from the patch. First off, for you CFM guys, I know they had some issues with the whatever view you had or camera angle you had. If you had different cameras, it would disconnect, whatever. All that should be more stable and stuff like that, but I'm going to focus mostly on gameplay. So slim play call option, I don't really use it, so I'm not going to talk on that. I mean, if you do use it, let me know in the comments below how it is. Otherwise, no big deal there. Halftime show, you can finally button through it, and I know this doesn't seem like a really big deal, but for you MUT guys, especially if you're grinding those solos, that is a very big deal. It will save you so much time, and it's so much better now having to grind through solos that you're able to skip through the halftime show. So another thing that happened is that the quarterback's accuracy was toned down for passes less than 10 yards. Basically, what it's meant to do is make even a bigger gap between the Peyton Mannings and Terrell Pryors as far as QB accuracy goes. I think it was also to help with the computer throwing just crazy dots. You know, when you play them on all Madden, they're throwing 22 for 22, etc. with virtually any quarterback in the game and just dotting you up all game long. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, we'll see how that plays out in the long run if they change it back, if they keep it like that. But for right now, there's a bigger gap between the quarterbacks. So another thing that was kind of messed up before is that when you're audibling, especially when you're running no huddle, when you tried to change formations, it didn't change the formation name, it just changed the plays, and you didn't know what formation you were in, so they fixed that up. Defensive play call timer extended to 15 seconds. Now, while this doesn't seem like a super huge deal, this is actually really big because You know, you get 5 extra seconds, and you know, when opponents going from 5 wide to goal line, that actually can be useful, especially on those 3rd or 4th down and short situations, and you really got to think about what you want to do. QB signature passes added, and that's basically just going to give a difference between Peyton Manning, between Aaron Rodgers, between, you know, Derek Carr. Each of them are going to have their own passing style, so you got to look at each quarterback that you use, see if they got a quick release or if they got a longer one, and hopefully they get a shorter one, because, you know, obviously you want to get that pass out there as quick as possible and get the ball to the intended target. Excuse me. Now, in all Madden, there was a glitch before where if you ran read option, they didn't really play the quarterback. Now that's no longer the case. They finally fixed that. They also fixed it so that the defense no longer is automatically picked by the computer. Before, you know, you would just randomly once or twice, maybe 5 to 10 times a game, just depending on your luck that game, would get your defensive play picked by the computer, and you would just get completely screwed over. As Shark gets a huge interception right there, it's going to put us in position to hopefully win this game. But that no longer is an issue, so you don't have to waste the timeout or jump off sides a couple times. So that's no longer an issue. Also, the issue where they were, you know, using tight ends and putting them at wide out to basically flip the routes, that's no longer a big deal either. So overall, guys, I think this patch was really huge. I would love to see the QBs get taken down when they're hit, and also more interceptions. But overall, I think the patch made the game a lot better. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Again, my name is Monster Champion. Until the next time, we gone!